Hello and welcome to Mr. Davis's classroom. This is Algebra 1. Today is Lesson 8.3, Part 1. We're only doing the first part today. Here's your warm-up. Please give it a shot before moving forward. All right, we're going to illustrate how to multiply two binomials together, and we're going to be using this term called FOIL. FOIL is an acronym. All right, so we call it FOIL. And this is the way I'm going to be multiplying these together. And the F stands for first. The O stands for outer. The I stands for inner. And L stands for last. So first, outer, inner, last. Okay? So what we're going to be using FOIL for is multiplying problems like this. Okay? A couple things. One is FOIL is the preferred method. That's why I'm showing you problem 3 first. You might notice it's problem 3 first. We're going to do 1 and 2 after 3. So this is what FOIL looks like. So we're going to multiply something that looks like this. Right? We have two binomials multiplied together. We know it's multiplication because of the parentheses. So I need to multiply everything. So first means first term from each side. If we look, that's the orange arrow over here. So first is 5x times 2x. Well, 5 times 2 is 10. X times x is x squared. Then we need to do outer. Well, when I talk about outer, I'm talking about the outside 2. Now that includes 5x again, right? We're using 5x a second time, and we're doing outer, which is the blue arrow, which is 5x times 1, which is just 5x. Okay? This is a positive number, so I'm going to put a plus sign in front of it. I stands for inner, which is the inner two terms, which is negative 3. We're going to pull that minus sign with it, negative 3 and 2x. So if we look, that's the purple arrow. Negative 3 times 2x is negative 6x. And the last is the last two terms, which is negative 3 and 1. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. So that is FOIL. The last piece that we need to do is just combining like terms. If I look, both of these are single x's, right? Are x to the first powers. So I can combine them. There's nothing to combine with the 10x squared, so we just drop that down. 5x minus 6x is negative 1x. And there's nothing to combine with the negative 3, so just drop that down. This is the factored out form, or the FOILed form of that multiplication problem. All right, so let's try a couple more. All right, so this one here, we're going to be using FOIL. I'm going to do it two different ways. I'm going to use FOIL, and then it says using the distributive property. Now I'm going to do this two different ways, so we can compare the two different ways they're looking for. And if you like one way more than the FOIL method, then that's fine. I'm just going to be, most people will prefer the FOIL method, and that's the one we'll probably do in class most of the time. So how about over on the left here, I'll do FOIL. Over on the right, we can do distributive property. Okay. So over on the left side, we're going to do FOIL, which is first 2x times 3x. Well, that's 6. 2 times 3 is 6. X times x is x squared. Then we have first outer 2x minus 7, which is negative 14x. Inner, which is 4 and 3x. And last, which is 4 and negative 7, which is negative 28. Combine my like terms. That's that minus 2x minus 28. And that is FOILed. On the right side, we're going to use distributive property. And we should know distributive property. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to take this problem and make it into a distributive property problem. And then from there, combine our like terms. And basically, distributive property can be really thought of as like or the FOIL can be thought as like double distributive property. If that's something that you like to think about that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this first piece there, and I'm going to break it apart. So I have 2x, I'm going to have 4. On the outside, I'm going to write, oops, that's a 7, not a 3. I wrote the 3 twice. There we go. Fix that. Now they look right. So basically I broke it apart in 2 pieces using FOIL, which we already know how to do, which is 2x times 3x, 6x squared. 2x times a negative 7 is a negative 14x. 4 times 3x is 12x, and 4 times a negative 7 is negative 28. Now if we look at what we've just done, really the top distributive property was the first 2 terms. The bottom distributive property was the last 2 terms. So really, we did do the distributive property, we just didn't write it out as a distributive problem first. And then we need to combine our like terms, right? Nothing goes with 6x squared, so I just bring that down. I have negative 14x, positive 12x, which is minus 2x. And I don't have anything to combine with the negative 28, so bring that down. Now if we compare, 2 answers are the same. So if it helps you think about it as a distributive type problem, you can go ahead and do that. Here's one for you to try. Go ahead and try this one before moving forward. You can choose to use either the FOIL method or the distributive method, your choice. All right, next is using a table. So again, I'm going to do this twice, once with FOIL, and then the other with a table. Okay. So let's do FOIL first. All right, so first terms, x times 4x is 4x squared. X times a negative 5 is a negative 5x. Negative 3 times 4x is negative 12x. And last is a negative times a negative, which is a positive 15. Combine our like terms. Was it negative 17x plus 15? Good. So, FOIL method. Using a table, I'm going to make a table like this. I'm going to write my terms out, so that I'm going to split them up. So I have 4x plus 5, or 4x minus 5 across the top and x minus 3 across the side. And then I'm going to multiply into each square. So on this square right here, I'm going to be going 4x times 1x, which is 4x squared. This square right here, I'm going to be doing negative 5 times x, which is negative 5x. The bottom left square is going to be 4x times a negative 3, which is negative 12x. And the bottom right square is going to be negative 5 times a negative 3, which is positive 15. Now, other than the table and showing it, illustrating it in a different way, we've done the exact same steps. Now we just need to combine our like terms. 4x squared has nothing to combine with, but my x is due, minus 17x. Nothing to combine with the 15, so we're just going to drop that down. If we look, same answers, right? Good job. Okay, here's one for you to try. It says to use a table, but again, you can use a table, distributive property, or FOIL, your choice. Here's 3 more for you to try. Okay? Remember, our letter C has a twist to it, so go ahead and try that one too. All right, here's your homework on page 489. Thank you for visiting Mr. Davis' classroom, and enjoy.